All right, here we go. Kazzara the Hellforged, the first boss in Heroic Aberrus. Guys, thank you so much for coming by the channel. Excited to do these guides again. It's been a minute, but here we go. We're going to get right after it. So I'm going to show you guys the tank's perspective. This is my perspective from the run. Going to go over a couple of different abilities that are specific to Heroic. I can promise you guys this will be the easiest fight in the entire raid. A couple of quick notes here. Tanking her in the corner is probably the best for the entire raid. I'll go over why in just a moment, and then we'll go over some housekeeping notes as well. And of course, I'll cover all the abilities for everybody. So we're all being responsible in this run. All right, first thing, Terror Claws. This is the tank-specific swap mechanic. Very straightforward. You hit with the claws, you got to swap. That's it. Try not to hold more than 2. We've tried doing it with 2. It worked kind of okay, but I wouldn't suggest doing it because you're going to take a lot of damage, so make sure you're swapping. Wings of Extinction, this is the raid-wide AoE. This is unavoidable. It happens periodically, so healers, make sure you're saving your cooldowns just in case. Doesn't do too much damage, so you don't got to worry about it too much. Hellsteel Fragments. So those little fragments that you saw jumping around the screen there, just make sure you do a little dancey dance to avoid them. So if you're healing or if you're doing DPS, just kind of move around as you need to. Same thing with the tanks. Hellsteel Carnage, now at 80, 60, and 40% health. Nasty raid-wide damage. This is also unavoidable. Healers, make sure you guys are coordinating your cooldowns because you're going to want to save up your big-time AoE heals. Now for the important stuff. This is specific to Heroic, and it also covers normal. Relentless Torment, Rays of Anguish, Dread Rifts. Okay, a couple things here with these mechanics. This is specific for everyone else that's not tanks. Those little guys right there, those are scars, and those little swirly things, those are the rifts themselves. You're going to want to place them to either the left or the right side of the boss, depending on where you're tanking her. In this case, we're on the right side. Those little guys right there that are chasing you around, you got to get them out of the raid. The reason why we tanked her in that corner there is it allowed us to kind of move those rifts around the boss. Of course, while you're doing all of that stuff, avoid the Hell Beam. If you didn't learn from Razageth, you're not going to learn here. It's pretty easy to see. It's colorful. It's super loud. The mechanic is kind of crazy. You can't not avoid it. It's super easy. Now, going back to those Dread Rifts, make sure you're dropping them on either side, depending on wherever you're tanking the boss. We felt that going to the right corner and bringing all those rifts over to the left side, it just made it significantly easier for the DPS and the healers to just kind of run their beams over to those rifts. Because if you don't actually drag them over, they're going to do a lot more damage. They're going to start to get buffed up, and it's just not good. You just don't want that. So tanking the boss on one corner, bringing those rifts to another side. As soon as you get targeted, all you got to do is run them over to that side of the room. As you can see there, it's pretty organized. Now, what can happen is if you are tanking the boss in a bad spot, say like the middle of the map, you're going to have those rifts all over the place. It starts to become a little disorganized and discombobulated. As you can see here, people started to get a little bit lazy. Some people forgot to run away from stuff, and it started to get a little bit hectic. So pick a corner, bring her over. Tanks, make sure you guys are doing your swaps and saving your cooldowns. Healers, make sure you're wary of the raid-wide AoE damage. And for the DPS, all you guys got to do is just manage your own mitigation and make sure you're running those rifts to the other side where they need to be. And you guys are good to go. You're going to get her down. Super easy fight. Good luck out there, guys. Stick around for some more. We'll see you soon.